So what is the difference between case law, statutory codes, the Constitution, pro se, sui juris, all of that versus accounting? Well, the difference is that number one, as soon as you start doing all the former, you're arguing, you have to go into court, you have to make appearances. I don't care if it's a special appearance where you're questioning the court's jurisdiction or not. Listen, thousands upon thousands of people have walked this beaten path. And how many of them have actually had remedy? Once in a blue moon, people actually get their cases thrown out. And most of the time, I would say 95% of the time, it's for traffic tickets. Stupid shit that you wouldn't even have to have a whole lot of knowledge on to get dismissed. In that case, you could simply use case law regarding traveling in the Supreme Court rulings, and you could get those tossed out just using statutes and codes. A lot of people go above and beyond to get those thrown out. But when it comes to indictments and informations, bro, that shit don't work. You'll get your ass locked up. So instead of walking that beaten path, why don't you figure out the accounting on the back end? Why don't I go into detail about who it is you send this paperwork to, what paperwork it is, how does the process work, show my paperwork? Fucking no. When you have something of value, you don't put it into the public for the public to ridicule it, put it down, pick it apart, give their opinions on it, when I would say 99.9% of y'all have no experience whatsoever. You don't even know how to get collections removed from your credit report, let alone beat indictments and informations. Beating cases that are brought up before the grand jury. You know, it doesn't matter how much information you know, because all the information you know has been regurgitated and you've been gobbling it up like a little fucking baby bird since you came across this information. But where are all the gurus now? Where are they all? They're gone. They're nowhere to be found. Why? Well, because their information don't work. And because they were on a cortisol drip their entire life trying to figure out how this works. But they took L after L after L. So instead of going through all of that, why don't you just beat the accounting? Incorporate certain agencies in your process, remove yourself from the situation, and once the court cases are frozen, once the warrants are frozen, once the bail bondsman has been contacted and instructed not to reach out to you, even though you may be out on bond, once that happens and you complete the process, all of it goes away. All of it. Because they have to undo what all of these agencies did. They have to unravel it all. They have to reverse engineer it. So once they reverse engineer it and the accounting is settled, guess what? The court case is no longer frozen, it's wiped. The warrants are no longer frozen, they're wiped. The bail bondsman is not even in existence in your life anymore. It's wiped. The bond is gone. Y'all hear what I'm saying? And you don't even got to go to court for that shit. Recently, someone that we know decided to go to court because their situation is a little different. And when they went to court, their name wasn't on the docket. How about that? They were scheduled for court. They went to court. Their name wasn't on the docket. I wonder why. Because the accounting supersedes procedure. Procedure is rooted in basically buying themselves time so the bonds can mature. So they proceed forward with the case while the bonds mature. so that they can further engage you in contracting. Like I said, it's a dog and pony show. It's rooted in contract law. It's rooted in trust law. It's rooted in equity. But when you go through the accounting, so if the front end is all of what I just said, then there must be some accounting going on. You think that they can just do all the accounting themselves? No. Every document that they fill out has to be accounted for. It has to be accounted for. So you handle the accounting. You incorporate agencies that handle the accounting. And then that whole process that they did gets unraveled. If y'all have questions, let me know. Reach out.